most of the bedtimes are going to either be, let's say you have a child who is afraid. What type of problem is that? I'm scared of monsters. I'm scared of the dark.
That'd probably be like a developmental age.
Is attention or giving up?
I think it's not intentional. It depends on the kid.
Is it misbehavior?
It depends.
Is it misbehavior?
Unintentional.
If it's on purpose.
Unintentional is still misbehavior. Is this misbehavior?
Yeah.
I'm scared. What is fear? What is fear? It's an emotion. Emotions are a signal of what kind of problem? It's a child problem. Ah.
That was a tricky one.
And it's interesting because a very good friend of mine, gosh, I've known her and Deb and I worked together 20 years now, I think. And I do articles for her website and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, she lives in town and we got together and she said, can I ask you some advice? And so she said, I'll treat you to lunch, you give me the advice, I'll treat you to lunch. So we had lunch and it was a very similar situation and just kind of all of a sudden her daughter started being afraid. Pardon me. Her daughter's about 10 years old. And all of a sudden she started being afraid at night. And she wanted her to stay with her until she fell asleep. And don't leave the upper level and go downstairs. And the mom's saying, I feel like we're a prisoner in our own beds, because we can't leave or else, And so we were talking about this and she's, I'm just so frustrated. And why is she doing this? And was thinking that it was a misbehavior. I was like, but she's scared. I said, yeah, what is she, we tried to figure out what is she scared about. I said, but if she's scared, it's not misbehavior. And she kind of did the same thing. She was like, oh my gosh, you're right, because she never had a problem with going to bed. It's not like she's being defiant. It's not like she's trying to be bad. She's scared. I'm just frustrated because it's taking so long to figure out what this is. And we feel like, we're kind of trapped in our own rooms in the meantime. And that was very insightful for her. It's like I was judging that. I was assuming that because it was a behavior I didn't like, that it was automatically a misbehavior. But really, she said just and she's a graduate of this. It's just been a while, and even when you're a graduate, sometimes you just get caught up in it and you can forget. And she said, it's almost as though because it was just that behavior she forgot. Just that recognition that it was a child problem gave her the compassion, gave her the understanding that she needed to go back. And I gave her the EFT information and the audio that puts me to sleep. And so I did give her some practical things to do with the actual fear of it. And the key with fears, if you recall from chapter 7 and 8, the key to fears is that you want children to feel empowered over the fear. So if it's, I'm afraid of the monster, it's, that monster can't come into your room, it's your room. What are you going to say when that monster comes in? Let me hear you say that. Come on, get rid of the monster, let me hear